we have a full moon approaching us Sunday, May 31st, right? And this is called the blue moon, not because it's going to be blue, but because they're going to be two moons within the same month, right? We understand that there are 13 moons within a month, 13 moons within a year, right? And a lot of us been trying to figure out where is the extra moon, because we only have 12 months. Even month is synonymous with the word moon. Months, moons, right? So, one of these months hold two moons, right? Because the moon's supposed to be for every 28 days, right? So is, I believe, the cycle of the woman, right? 28 days. So a lot of people also change the orientation of their menstrual cycle around this time as well, right? So I say all that to say, I want to speak on what happens before the full moon, right? Hours before the full moon up to days before the full moon, something happens, right? And what happens is the water begins to collect information, right? Memory and energy, the water, right? And when it peaks at the full moon, it begins to stir, change, and rise. This is why we go through high tide at the full moon, right? And I'm speaking on the water because we are 99% water. So something is happening in us. In certain cultures, right, esoteric, holistic cultures, we charge the water, right? If you have any water sitting around, maybe you have a copper dispensers, right? Maybe you have some type of water sitting around, you can charge it in the light of the full moon a few hours before the full moon. The water then gathers information, right? Gathering energy, and you can consume this and become more powerful, right? Nevertheless, you are also gathering energy being a water creature. You are gathering energy, you are gathering information, right? And you are holding this on the surface until it peaks. This is why a lot of people are emotional around full moons. This is why also the womb man, which is the woman, right, also sheds and releases during her menstrual cycle if she is linked with the moon or the stars above, right? She'll begin to release. This is why we release around full moons, because she identified to us that the liquid in us must be released. The liquid, not only does it represent the water, but the water represents our emotions, right? Our emotions. Our emotions is the skin or the fabric to our spiritual body, right? Our spiritual body is the information of how we know ourselves. Spirituality just means know thyself. All forms of spirituality is teaching you how to know yourself, right? So the spiritual body teaches you, right, the information within, and your emotions are the fabric thereof, right? So this is why we practice release. This is why we are sitting around the water, right? This is why it's imperative for us to practice release, but also be aware that we are changing and our emotions are going through roller coasters. So we don't allow outside situations to tempt us into feeling the negative aspects of our emotions, such as anger, which we're going to feel, right? Such as maybe we may go through missing spirits, right? Missing is an energy. You may have things that you miss. You may miss family. You may miss parts of you. You may miss people, places, things. Missing is an energy that can peak, because remember, you're gathering information. And some of that information may come from past lives, right? Past versions of yourself. And you may think, I want to reach for this information, but it's not there. It's not physical, right? So yes, that's what's happening during the full moon. This is why we practice release. This is why we practice doing mindfulness things, mindfulness activities, right? And And yeah, I got a few mindfulness activities for us today.